Hello everybody, Multi here, and Kirby Air Ride is one of my favorite racing games of all time. It is an absolute GameCube classic. This was the last game that Masahiro Sakurai worked on when he was still employed by HAL Laboratories. And now, oh boy, I love this game so much. I cannot express my gratitude enough for this game. Obviously I'm going to have to just jump right in or to show why I love this game so much. So Kirby Air Ride is made up of 3 different game modes here. We have Air Ride, Top Ride, and City Trial. I'm going to be showing off all of them for this Let's Play. And in addition, completion status for this game hinges on the checklists. And there's a checklist for each and every, and for all 3 of the game modes. And each checklist consists of 120 objectives that you have to complete. As part of this Let's Play, I will be completing all of them. Because back in the day, I've seen some co-op Let's Plays this game show up recently where people go through and complete all checklists, but otherwise, I've never seen a traditional full Let's Play where someone's actually gone through and completed this game fully. Like, gotten all 3 checklists complete. So I'm going to be doing that for this Let's Play. I'm very excited to get started. Let's start with Air Ride. So if you're anything like me, the first time you played this game, you skipped the tutorial immediately and you went into the first race. You hold the A button like you would on any other racing game, because that's what you're so used to, and only find yourself not moving. Instead, you're just charging up repeatedly over and over again, while the other racers have just smoked you, basically. Well, that's when you learn that Kirby Air Ride only uses 2 buttons, the control stick and the A button. You do not have to touch anything, and the machine will immediately cruise forward. All you have to do is worry about making turns, and that's where the charge and boost comes in. This is very, very helpful to learn, and you'll get used to it before long, but it's really difficult to master and depends on the machine. Every single individual machine in this game has a learning curve, and I'm going to try my best to explain each and every single one throughout this Let's Play. Because we'll be racing with these machines a lot, each one individually. It was very tempting for me to kind of just jump into the game without watching this tutorial, but at the same time, it's just kind of nostalgic for me, I guess. I just want to show everything there is to see with this game, including the tutorials. So, and they're fairly short. It's not that long. It's just gonna a basic showcase of the game's different abilities, the stages, the controls, the machines. But actually, it's kind of spoilery though, because well, I mean, we'll get to it soon. But showing these machines is kind of spoilery, aside from the warp star. But basically, the best way I can describe Kirby Air Ride is easy to understand, extremely difficult to master. Well, I don't know about extremely difficult, but it's definitely difficult to master. So right away, you get to pick your course. There are 8 courses initially, but there's a 9th course that you can unlock. We'll be unlocking that course eventually, but for now, we're going to start with Fantasy Meadows. So, whenever I start a new file with Kirby Air Ride, with each game mode, I just go through it and play through all the courses. Because there's 120 objectives, you have to assume that a lot of them are going to be so easy that you're going to complete them effortlessly. And also, in order to see the objectives, you have to actually complete some of the objectives. So that's basically my strategies. We're going to start by just racing with the recommended number of laps. We're going to do, we don't need damage right now. That's kind of optional. You can do that if you want to, just kind of add variety to the game. Eventually I'll start doing that, just kind of make things more interesting. Speed help, we'll mostly have just default settings here. You can turn off the enemies. Enemies are how you get your abilities, and you use them against your rivals in the games. Yeah, you gotta learn the difference between rivals and enemies. Your rivals are the other characters that you're racing against, and enemies are the characters that you see on the track that you can that you can inhale to steal their abilities, just like in a traditional Kirby game. So, we're gonna have, this game is a 4-player. You can have only 4 racers in a single race. Here we can adjust the CPU level, so how difficult they are, and here we can also adjust the handicap. I'm going to have it set to default for now. We're just going to go all in default settings and race through all the courses just to kind of show them off, basically. So this is Fantasy Meadows. One strategy you can use immediately is start with the boost. Just immediately charge as soon as the race starts and get yourself a boost to start off at full speed, basically. But yeah, that's literally it. All you gotta do is just steer the machine most of the time. You can literally play most of this game with just one hand, essentially. It's just that simple with controls. So the first ability I use there is called Mike Kirby, I think it's called. So you can just sing, and it basically it damages all enemies and rivals within a specific area. I also picked up a bomb there, and you can just throw a single bomb, and it basically it slowly grows in its radius before it eventually disappears. We've got Spike Kirby. You can tap the A button to extend the spikes, or needle as it's actually called. That's actually Needle Kirby. Then we also got Sword Kirby, of course. No Kirby game is complete without Sword Kirby. Kirby will automatically swing the sword whenever you approach something that you can hit with it, whether it be an enemy or a rival, of course. Not only that, but there's a lot of hidden mechanics in this game that are not explained in the tutorials. One of them is that if you damage enemies or rivals, you will always... Oh, wow. I think I just got 2 right there. So whenever you hear ding, that sound or whatever it's called, it's hard to explain. Like I have to demonstrate, but it's kind of difficult to explain. Basically, every time you complete a race, it's gonna show you the replay of the race. The replay runs for up to 5 minutes. That's something I just kind of learned over time. So there we go. You get your results. I completed so Fantasy Meadows is the shortest course in the game. It's literally just a straight up oval of sorts, a long oval, and you can complete 3 laps in a minute 9 seconds. And there we go. So as you can see, it's going to show all the objectives that we cleared here. And we just unlocked our first machine, Wingstar. There are a total of 16 machines / characters that you can unlock for Air Ride. You start off with just the Warp Star. And I really, really like that because having to unlock everything is actually more enjoyable than just having everything given to you in the start, because that way it gives you something to work towards, and it gives you a good feeling whenever you unlock something. I just really enjoy that, and I really appreciate that about this game. We're going to do another race. All other courses in Kirby Ride have 2 laps by default because the rest of the courses are much longer than Fantasy Meadows. A lot of the courses will take over a minute to complete a single lap. I'm going to try the Wingstar here. I'm also going to change colors. Your default colors are pink, yellow, blue, and red. But there are actually 4 additional Kirby colors you can also unlock via the objectives. So I'm going to be blue Kirby for the wing, because it kind of fits with the Wingstar, I guess. I don't know. So here we are, Celestial Valley. I can't believe I forgot the name. I almost forgot the name, actually. So one of the hidden objectives, I'm going to try and get all of them here, is you can go up on top of this stump here, and you can get this question mark, which gives you a random ability. That is one of the objectives, literally. It's just using that question mark block, or panel there. Another objective is using both rails on the bridge back there. So whenever you go airborne, you can use the control. It's kind of like basically a joystick on a yoke stick on a plane, or whatever you call it. So you pull back to go higher, to raise the nose of the machine. It works like any other, like an actual plane in real life, basically. You pull back to pull the nose up, and then push forward to push it down. Basically, works just like a plane, basically. You can also use tap the control stick back and forth to do a quick spin. This is your main attack whenever you don't have any abilities on you, and that's pretty much the only thing you can do with the wing ability. The wing ability is kind of one of the more lamer abilities, I think, in the game. It's not that special. You can't really do much with it. So episodes are gonna be 15 minutes. It's not gonna take that long for me to complete all the checklists. It really doesn't. But most Let's Plays I've seen, all they do is just they go through all the courses, like they show off the courses and maybe the machines, like they already have some of the checklists complete or whatever, and then they go through all the courses of Top Ride and play a couple modes of Satron. That's it. But no, I want to show off everything there is to see with this game. I want to show off everything because this game just deserves so much more attention than it gets. It's such an underrated classic on the GameCube, and I think it doesn't get enough attention. And I would love so much if we got a remake or re-release or whatever of this game on the Switch. That'd be so awesome. But unfortunately, I'm probably in the minority with that, honestly. But I would love that so much if we could get that. There we go. So I'm going to skip the replay here. I might show the replay at certain points, like just to kind of capture things. Oh, we just got White Kirby. Okay, so I should probably back up a little bit. So on the checklist, the red boxes indicate unlockables. Green boxes don't have anything unlockable. But as you can see, they're surrounded by gray boxes instead of clear boxes. The gray boxes are the revealed objectives that you can see, and basically you can do them if you want to. And every time you clear a box, it also reveals the objectives, the 4 objectives next to it too at the same time. So yeah, but I'd recommend you starting by just going through and completing all the courses one time. That'll get you a crap ton of objectives already complete here. So like as you can see, yeah, we got this one, use the copy chance wheel on top of the tree. And this one gives us a free checkbox. Basically, we can actually clear an objective immediately just by using one of these purple boxes. I will not be using any of the purple boxes. You get up to 5 purple boxes with each checklist. I will not be using any of them for Let's Play. I'm completing all the objectives by myself. So, but most of these objectives are going to have you clearing all the courses in a certain amount of time in free run, which is where you where you're aiming to get your quickest, fastest lap as possible. Time attack is where you're going to race through the course like in 3 laps, and you only have just the enemies to deal with, no rivals. So that's what time attack is. I'll be showing off time attack in free run in the future because I'm going to have to in order to complete some objectives. But we're going to switch back to the warp star here. I'll be yellow Kirby this time. Okay, so this time we have Sky Sands. I think this will be the last race for this episode because we're at 12 minutes now. Yeah. This game just feels good to play. It runs at a perfect 60 FPS, so it just feels smooth, and God, I love this so much. Okay, so this right here is called drafting. When you get behind a rival, you can see there's like this these like beams of light or whatever around Kirby. That means that you're picking up speed because you're coming up behind one of your rivals. This can be extremely helpful if you're trying to catch up with someone. You're just slightly behind them. You can use drafting to catch up to them a lot easier. But unfortunately, your rivals can also do that to you, so you have to be careful. Like you want to try to avoid having your rivals directly behind you because they can use drafting to get ahead of you. And what you can do is you can use a C-stick to turn the camera behind you. You can see directly what's behind you. It's so... How many times can I say how much I don't know how many times I can say how much I love this game. I'm sure it's gonna get old too. I'm sorry. Okay, so there are certain enemies that do not have abilities, and when that happens, you will spit out, you'll exhale a star, just like Kirby does in the actual platforming game. So it's the same as though it's the same way there too. Here we got a wheelie here. This is pretty cool. So basically, you get a lot of extra speed whenever you use this. It's usually a lot faster than whatever machine you're driving. So definitely pick up the wheelie whenever you see it. It's very handy for that. There we go. Also, another trick, double tap A whenever you're on the boost panels, because you can actually, you'll get a boost like every single time you tap an A button on the boost panel. And that could be more than once, even though it's a single boost panel. So definitely take advantage of those whenever you pass through them. You also like lose I think you lose a chunk of speed if you ever like take damage too, but it's like just for a brief second. So right there, we also cleared another set of objectives. Let's see what we got here. We unlocked 2 more machines. Seriously, like this is the easiest way to unlock stuff. Is to really just play through all the courses and you get a lot of stuff just by doing that to start with. Yeah, so we got 2 more machines: the Wagon Star and the what was it? The Swerve Star. Every single machine has advantages and disadvantages to it, and you have to learn how the machine works and in order to best take advantage of it. Because every single machine in this game can be mastered if you give it enough time and practice. You can get good at controlling any of these machines. I don't want anyone saying no, this machine sucks or this machine sucks. No, you haven't gotten enough practice on the machine yet. That's why you're not doing well on it. And I will be showing, and I'll be doing my best to show off every machine and all of their all the pros and cons that go with each one. So with that said, folks, join me next time for some more Kirby Air Ride, where we're going to do some more city air ride courses, just to kind of show them off. We'll be doing Frozen Hillside, Magma Flows, and possibly Beanstalk Park as well. This has been Multiclassic Gamer. Really looking forward to this Let's Play. I hope you all are too. See y'all later. Bye now.